Yo, what's up, guys? It's King Sean here, and our joint practice against the Jets has just ended, and we have a lot to talk about today, and not a lot of great stuff to talk about today. But before we get into that, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 4K subs. If you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so we're not even going to start with Dan Quinn's press conference because we have a lot to talk about from practice today. It was not a great day for the team as a whole. I mean, all three parts, offense, defense, special teams, just wasn't good. I know Ramis Ahmed and I know it was raining out there, but Ramis Ahmed and Riley Patterson, they did not make all of their kicks today. Ramis Ahmed, he made 2 out of his 5 kicks, and then Riley Patterson made 3 out of his 5. That's not good right there. But, I guess we won't really see, who wins that battle until, we actually get into preseason games, which starts on Saturday for us. So we'll see who wins that battle there. But the offense was not great today. Let me just read off some stuff that happened today with the offense. We just didn't get a lot from the offense today. Andrew Wiley, he did practice today in individual drills, but just not team drills. Brandon Coleman, he did not practice today at all. And then Sam Cosmi, he was back today. So 3 out of our 5 starting offensive linemen did practice today. Andrew Wiley did, but he did not participate in team drills. And our O-line, they struggled today, all right? And I know the Jets have an elite defensive line, but we were literally shuffling offensive linemen around like all the time today. I know that Chris Paul, he got some reps at left tackle. Same with, what's his name, Mason Brooks. Trent Scott, he looked really bad today. I don't know what's going on with Cornelius Lucas, but he hasn't gotten any first-team work at all. I don't know if he's still a little injured. I don't know what it is, but he just hasn't gotten any first-team work at all, which is super, super weird to me. So, because I like Cornelius Lucas, and I feel like he's way better than Trent Scott. Our tackle depth just isn't great right now, and it would be really nice if Brandon Coleman and Andrew Wiley, they stay healthy this season, because we do not want to rely on a guy like Trent Scott to come in and replace one of them, because he did not look good today at all. He gave up a bunch of pressure, and I know, once again, the Jets' defensive line, their edge rushers, elite, but still, man, Trent Scott just looked super bad today based off of all the reports I heard. But let's get some things. I mean, the offense, there were not a lot of good things happened today for the offense, but Jayden Daniels, he did have some nice completions. He had a really nice completion to De'Ami Brown. I think that was in like maybe 7v7 or one-on-one drills. Early on in practice, De'Ami Brown caught up with one hand. He also had a nice completion to Zach Ertz over the middle in 7v7s. I actually saw that play live, I think on the Jets YouTube channel, so that was really cool right there. A really good completion from Jayden Daniels. Bryce Tremaine, he continues to impress during training camp. He hauled in a long pass deep down the sideline from Jayden Daniels. So, hey, man, Bryce Tremaine, he continues to stand out during training camp and in this joint practice today with the Jets. So that's really good. Hope to see a lot of good plays from Bryson Tremaine this Saturday in our preseason game against the Jets. And that's really all the good things that happened with the offense today. They struggled a lot trying to run the ball, trying to pass the ball. It was really bad, man. It really was. Jayden Daniels was caught talking to Aaron Rodgers during special teams drills over at the sidelines. Aaron Rodgers, he didn't practice today. I'm not sure why. I think it's because it was raining outside and they just don't want him to, maybe re-aggravate that Achilles injury he suffered last year against the Bills in Week 1. So I guess that kind of makes sense as to why, they didn't want to have him practice today. But it is really good to see Jayden Daniels talking to Aaron Rodgers. Soak up as much knowledge as you can from him in this only joint practice session we have with them. So I really like that Jayden Daniels talked to Aaron Rodgers today. Overall, again, the offense just wasn't great today. Now moving on to the defense. The defense definitely had a better day than the offense, but they again weren't great. Emmanuel Forbes, man, Forbes was getting beat by Garrett Wilson all day long. It was really bad. He caught multiple long balls from Wilson. I even saw a video. It was, I think, a Jets fan recorded it. This kid, I think in the background, said that Forbes is going to get cooked by Garrett Wilson. Wilson's going to cook Forbes. And what happened on that play? Wilson cooked Forbes. So it's just, man, Forbes, I don't know. I know, Garrett Wilson, he's an elite wide receiver, one of the best young wide receivers in the NFL right now. But Forbes, he was just getting beat all day long. He did have some nice reps against Garrett Wilson, though. In a series, he had 2 back-to-back good reps against Wilson. He sat down on Wilson's route, and then On the other rep, he had a nice pass work up against Wilson. So, and he also had an interception today. So Forbes made some nice plays today, but overall, Garrett Wilson got the absolute best of him. He was just getting cooked left and right. Tyrod Taylor and Garrett Wilson were on fire today, dotting our defense up. But we did get some solid pressure on Tyrod Taylor today. Frankie Lavu had some nice rushes off the edge. He had some nice blitzes. Dorrance Armstrong also had a nice blitz as well. Jordan McGee and Frankie Louvu just leveled the starting tailback for the Jets. That's a tweet Leno Willingham put out earlier today. Shout out to him. So, hey man, Jordan McGee, I feel like he's going to get a good amount of snaps, a good amount of playing time this upcoming season. And then obviously Frankie Louvu, absolutely love that signing. He's going to be a dog for us this upcoming season. Let's see what else we have here. I mean, it was just bad. The defense and our defense and the Jets offense was getting a bit chippy today, especially Emmanuel Forbes. He was getting chippy today, and yeah, that's understandable. I mean, he was getting cooked all day long, and I'm not trying to bash on Forbes. I want Forbes to be good, but you just see stuff like this. You just gotta criticize him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and he just has to be better. So yeah, Benjamin St. Juste, I think he got beat by Garrett Wilson earlier today as well on 7v7s, but it's 7v7, so usually the offense has the advantage in those drills. But I didn't hear a ton out of him in 11v11 drills as well. I didn't hear a lot from Mikey Sanders still or Michael Davis as well, so I'm going to assume they had good days. But it was really Emmanuel Forbes. He was the cornerback that was getting beat a lot today, so which isn't good, but hopefully he bounces back. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time this Saturday against the Jets in our preseason game, and hopefully he bounces back next week against the Dolphins because they got some really good receivers over there too. I mean, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, they got some really good receivers. So hopefully Emmanuel Forbes can bounce back next week and this Saturday. What else do we have here? Jayden Daniels, he didn't look great today. But the Jets, they have an elite defensive line, and when both of your tackles are out, and when you're putting guards at tackle, I mean, the pressure is going to be in your face constantly, and you're just not going to have a great day. Overall, let me see here. I found the stat line. I'm pretty sure, yeah, shout out to Leno Willingham. Jayden Daniels, he finished 7 for 15 on the day. All checkdowns and screens, 25 yards at max. So that's just not great right there at all. I do think he had a really nice throw to Zach Ertz over the middle in 11v11 drills. It was a contested catch from Zach Ertz. So that Jayden Daniels and Zach Ertz connection is going to be super strong this season. I can't wait to watch that. Let's see what else we have here. Leno Willingham, he tweeted out that Ben Sinnott and Luke McCaffrey had a couple of nice catches today, so it's good to see the rookies making plays. I didn't hear a lot from Terry McLaurin or Jahan Dotson today. I know Terry actually had a drop. Sauce Gardner did a good job covering Terry today, I guess. De'Ami Brown, he had a drop as well, but he also had a really nice catch. So that's that. So that's really it for today. Javonte Jean-Baptiste, he flashed that edge today as well. He's been actually making some pretty nice plays during camp so far, but he's going to have a really good preseason in order to actually make the roster. If he doesn't make the roster, I feel like we're just going to cut him in and put him on the practice squad. Before I end off today's video, just want to talk about some things Dan Quinn said in his presser. First things first, he said that players who will get more reps in today's practice will get less in the preseason game on Saturday, and then vice versa. So those who get less today will get more on Saturday, which I kind of like Jayden Daniels, for example. He probably got the bulk of first team reps today, so he will only get like a quarter, maybe a couple drives on Saturday, which I do like, because joint practices, in my opinion, mean more than preseason games. And obviously today wasn't a great day for the team in general, but at least they got some reps against a really good team, a really complete team against the Jets. So Jayden Daniels, he'll probably get maybe like a drive or two, maybe 3 at most, but probably like 2 drives against the Jets as well as other starters. And then Dan Quinn also mentioned that Joe Witt Jr., he will be calling plays from the coach's box, and then Cliff Kingsbury, he will be calling plays from the sideline, which I really like that Cliff Kingsbury is calling plays from the sideline. That'll allow him to, communicate with the offensive players better, as well as Jayden Daniels, which, I really like a lot. So that is really it for practice today. I mean, just overall, wasn't a great day. Offense wasn't great. Defense was not bad, besides, Emmanuel Forbes getting cooked. BSJ got cooked once. But overall, defense wasn't bad. Special teams, our kickers, just weren't good, but I know it was raining, so I guess I'll give a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there. We're just gonna have to see them perform in preseason to see who wins that kicker competition. So overall, it wasn't the greatest day, but we are going up against, you know, the most complete roster in football. The Jets have the most complete roster in football, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. So, yeah, it just wasn't a great day overall, but hopefully they bounce back next week against the Dolphins and join practice with them. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. Like I said, I'm on the road to 4K subs. If you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.